The following WXC matchup was brought to you by Larry Flint's Hustler Club Detroit, located right off I-75 and Outer Drive.
I have a bigger beef with him getting excited and swinging for the fences than I have with the stoppage. I think that could cost him more in the long run, because I think him getting overexcited and swinging and missing rather than staying tight could cost him more.
Yeah, I agree with your point. I mean,
First
Drew, you make a great point too.
First win for him.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Hats off to him. Drew, I do think you make a good point. I think it's also dependent upon what type of money's on the line. I mean, if there's a bonus of a line, knockout of the night, finishing the fight, whatever it may be, it also plays into it. There's a lot of things to consider.
You gotta wait. Look at the way I look at it. If it takes one punch for me to get this highlight reel knockout,
yeah,
that could pay one of my kids' way to college with one punch. I'm gonna throw that damn punch.
What about your own damn college?
Well, my college is over with. I'm working with my kids now. I got my career base set.
Yeah.
So I gotta work with my children now.
I'm kidding, dude.
I know. I tried that college thing. It wasn't for daddy. It was not for daddy.
All right, so Eddie Evans, what do you guys know about him? Kelly fighter, tough dude.
I really do not know much about him, but we know a lot about his camp. So I'm gonna assume he's really well trained. But we do know a hell of a lot about his opponent.
Yeah, we've seen Eddie only a couple of times, and Eddie's definitely a tough guy. I think he's one of them guys that walks fairly close to his fighting weight, which he's probably somebody that I could fight 135. I know that sounds crazy when you're 5'10", but with proper cuts and everything else, I think he really could.
You know what? I'm not surprised at anything. I've seen Brandon Sanford walking around who fights at 135. That dude's huge.
Yeah, Sanford, but he cuts. I talked to him a little bit. He cuts exactly the right way. He knows exactly what he's doing. It's a science.
Yeah.
He goes from 160 to 135.
He gives me hope that I can make 135.
You're right.
I mean, I don't know, Harley, what do you think? Could I make 135?
You could make it. My worry with you at 135 would be, what would your conditioning look like the next day? You would really, really need to have conditioning for way more than your fights, and then you would have to have IV to get you back.
I think I could make it, but really, am I willing to try it?
It would have to be a great offer.
Yes. I actually got an offer to fight for the Ring of Combat 135-pound World Championship, which, trust me, I was really thinking about that. That's a big offer.
Yeah,
you gotta remember, Chris Weidman was the 185-pound champion. So,
Chris Weidman was what?
The Ring of Combat 185-pound
Ring of Combat is no joke.
Oh, I thought you said. I misheard you. I thought you said Chris Weidman was once a 145.
No.
Yeah, in 7th grade.
Excuse me.
No, I think 135 could be a possibility in the future, but I just made 145. I think I'm gonna fiddle with that for a while.
You made it fairly comfortably though, right?
It was all right. I woke up the morning up 6 pounds above. And me being like a wrestler, I was freaking out because I haven't been that much in a long time. But I tried bathing it out, and it backfired on me. I actually gained weight.
Yep.
And I freaked out.
It soaked up the water.
Yeah, I woke up 5 pounds over, and I bathed, and I gained 1.5 pounds. So I freaked out. So I turned the shower on. I sauntered it. I was literally shadow boxing in my bathroom for 2 hours straight. And I went to weigh-ins 1/2 pound over, and then I cut it there, and that was it. Oh, great at the fight too.
Yeah, I think 145 is your right weight.
I agree. 35.
You got to remember at 135, like you get some juggernauts that are little tiny cubes coming at you, and for you being that long could be an advantage, but not when they get through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your organs are gonna be way more sensitive at that point. But hey, let's talk about these guys, because Eddie and Dave are both. We're talking 15, 20 fights apart, and that's why we're getting towards the middle of the card right now. Dave used to be a contender.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Warrior Extreme Cagefighting Introductions. The following contest is being brought to you by Creative Universe, proudly providing all of our videography, cinematography, and editing for tonight's show. Creative Universe. The universe is watching. Introducing your fighters. First, fighter to my left. Tonight, he is under the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, trimmed in yellow. He comes to us at 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 148 pounds of freestyle mixed martial arts, putting his 11-7 record on the line here tonight. On behalf of WXC and the True Fighter Fight Team, representing How B Dubs, UAW, and WXC, here is Eddie Alvarez! Introducing you his opponent across the cage, and standing to my right. Tonight, he is under the red corner, wearing the black trunks, trimmed in red. He comes to us at 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 146 pounds, with a background in karate and jiu-jitsu. Coming to us with an impressive record of 11 wins, only 4 losses, under Dave Gomez and Nick Shepard, to Royce Racing Academy of Michigan and United Martial Arts, Mr. Dave
I just want to talk about Pardon, man. I'm telling you, when they ask for the best 25-pounders in the state of Michigan, his name never comes up, but it damn well should.
Yeah, it should. I agree.
Because he is in there. He's battled with some of the best, and he's battled with them too. You know,
He never goes down easy, I'll tell you that.
have you ever talked to that guy? Nicest guy in the world.
He's awesome. Yeah,
And
I mean, he's a really, really cool cat.
Former United States Marine too, may I add.
Yeah, have you ever seen him lose a fight that was not a title fight or a title qualifier? I don't think so.
I can't remember the last time he lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, Roy Ramos is the last time he lost,
That's
which
right.
is not a bad fight.
No. He's a freaking beast, too.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
That's everybody. He's one of the best fighters. Roy doesn't know how good he really is either.
I agree. I'll tell you this with Eddie. I remember him from just a couple times. Very grindy fighter.
I can see
good
that.
wrestling, good pressure, good.
Is he a
good
Marine
hands.
as well? He has the United States Marines on his butt, so we got Marine versus Marine here. Is that possible? Or is it maybe a sponsor?
I'm not sure.
I don't know as well. He looks very strong, though. I mean, I know Pardon's a strong 45, and
Yeah, this is a high-end fight.
This is where Pardon likes it, though, right here.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
grinding is
he's a very skilled grappler. I
very
mean,
nice job by Eddie.
I know Eddie just fished him right back up.
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I've never seen Eddie Evans fight, but so far I'm very well impressed.
Yeah, I think Eddie's only fought once in the WXC,
Yeah.
once or twice.
So far, he looks a lot better than his record shows, that's for sure. I'm surprised I haven't seen him before.
Jiu-Jitsu is a little bit of this hold, so if it does go down,
Yeah,
a little bit of cage grabbing.
and I do know if this fight does go to the ground. I mean, I'm only gonna assume that Pardon has the advantage because Pardon is
nice takedown.
Yeah,
Pardon is a black belt in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu.
as he should be.
So I mean, he's actually I know Japanese Jiu-Jitsu may not be a lot on the ground, but
It
it's,
is, but it is. And all of that depends on where you train as well. I mean, if you look at my jiu-jitsu background, it's with Mark Tripp, and that's advanced jiu-jitsu. Most of that jiu-jitsu is top-down jiu-jitsu, where a lot of Brazilian jiu-jitsu is originated from the back. Well, depending on the camp, I guess.
There's a funny story about Dave and I. I don't know if you remember about
Dave moves him out.
About 3 years
Oh,
ago.
no, excuse me.
I tore my knee.
Yep.
Dave's the one that tore my knee, and I came back and I started training, and I tore Dave's knee. So now we won't roll together because
It's just not good.
I completely refuse to.
Oh, look at this! A little attempt at a scissor.
That's a baseball choke.
Yep.
If it's Final Destination style, it's my turn next, so I'm not gonna roll with him.
I love how relentless he is at passing
Yeah,
the guard, Dave.
yeah.
Look at that referee though, Jason Fisher. Look at him,
Oh,
he's in there.
look at the key lock attempt right here. And if nothing else, use that to get to where you want to go.
Yeah, definitely. This is a bait to help you transition to each side or full.
Yep.
But I
Pardon's
can tell you,
jiu-jitsu is solid.
I mean,
These guys though this is a very technical fight. I think fighters appreciate this, and I think the audience kind of falls asleep.
Yeah, but they're you know, I remember a lot of people said about my fight. They were saying, you know, it was a lot of fans were booing and stuff. But like as a fighter, you could appreciate the fight because it was technically a decent fight. But as a fan, it probably, I can even say as a fan, it wouldn't be the best fight to watch.
Both these cats are breathing fairly normally. And that was a pretty grindy first round.
I guarantee you Dave's ready to go 5 rounds if need be.
At all times.
Like Dave's in great shape.
Any day of the week.
Yeah. And, you know, just touching off of what Drew and Harley were hitting on, you know, call it Japanese jiu-jitsu, call it what you will. I've rode with Dave Pardon, you know, numerous times, countless times. The guy has solid jiu-jitsu. He's relentless, and you can see it. He was just constantly working for that pass. He's got great hips. He's a tough cat on the ground.
It's a really good fight. I was looking forward to this. And this is the middle of the card, guys.
I am highly impressed with Eddie Evans, though.
Oh, as am I.
And I would honestly, if I was Eddie, I would use that. Exactly what he's doing right there.
Yep. Whoa. Did you see that arm?
See the elbow? Yeah.
That made me hurt.
But Eddie, no, I've trained with Dave many times, and training with Dave, I know he has a problem with distance fighters. You know, people who are longer than him. I'm sure Eddie didn't know that, but I mean, I knew that because I trained with Dave for years. But
he looked for a scissor.
Is that what it was? He tried to go for the scissor.
Ay, that was not a good call.
There's those heavy hips that Josh was talking about.
Yep.
And
he'll sink right there.
I think Eddie, when he gets back to his feet, should use that length to an advantage. You know, pop that jab. So, I mean, I don't know. In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. The problem is some people just don't know how.
Because you really do not want Dave on top of you.
No, you don't.
He would do this all night.
Yeah, Eddie's problem is when he is standing up, he leaves his punches out. If you want to dictate reach, you have to pull them back.
Yeah, he does that side to side, side to side. He,
and climb.
Got a little overzealous, though.
How about that? Yeah, the thing with Eddie is a great athlete, typical true fighter, relentless, great conditioning. And, I mean, now he's on top. The question is, how's this going to work?
Dave's very good off his back, too, though.
It don't really matter where he is.
He's equally both ways.
He's going to be relentless at moving
He's about
gears.
to sweep him right here.
Yep. Nice.
Beautiful sweep by Pardon.
Very well, man.
Great getting up by Eddie. This is an awesome fight.
Yeah, it is, man. These guys are banging. This is good. It's a nice technical battle. And both guys, I mean, they look in great shape because they're expending a ton of energy in these first 2 rounds.
Dave's about to work them out. There he goes. Very nice job by Eddie.
Yeah.
Wow, Eddie has really good ground awareness. Uh-oh.
I don't think that there's any threat right there. I think there was a mistake to let him through, especially Dave, as heavy hips as he's got.
No, he got full mount and threaded, too.
That's what I was saying.
He got the grapes. Wow. He's dropping those shoulders on him. Very nice.
You know, Pardon looks like a seasoned veteran out there, and he is a seasoned veteran.
He looked for the armbar.
Yeah,
See that?
he wanted it, but he doesn't want to. He's going to only take it if he knows it's there. He'd be more content to sit there and pick shot, pot shot, and
yeah, really good athletes and Eddie, though, so you got to be real careful about trying to transition because Eddie will pop and roll and
there goes
get
Dave.
out.
Yep, Dave's good.
Yeah, this is Dave's game.
You guys ever notice that our commentary gets a lot better when we get more technical fights? Because we can actually talk. like we know what we're talking about.
And, you know, I'm impressed with Dave's ability to control a guy as explosive as Edwards.
And athletic.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with Eddie because he is way better than 11-7.
Yeah, but you know those true fighters don't take a lot of easy fights.
Just under 10 seconds.
We're going to go to the 3rd round again.
Hell of a round.
Yeah, it's a really good fight, but I have this 2-0 for Dave.
Easy for Dave. Not easy, but, you know.
No, easy call.
Easy call, but hard earned.
Hard earned, absolutely.
Let you know. It's time to go.
No, it's not.
Into round number 3. Round number 3.
Obviously, I'm good. I know she doesn't have it.
And we have available in the back. Make sure that you check them out. Pick yourself one up. Support the cause.
Brad does too. That might.
The WXC 50. Thank you so much for joining us.
She said she's been sick.
Stay up to date with everything Warriors Extreme Arena. Watch WXC.
All right, the way I have it, Eddie has to either knock out or submit Dave to win this fight. What do you think?
Agreed.
I think that by looking at Eddie, he knows that as well.
Yeah, it looks like
Eddie's ready to bite this bit. He needs to box him. He needs to box him.
Whoa!
Oh, dropped him.
And he stayed. He should have stepped off. Ay, 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 ay. And Dave is probably not going to let him back out again.
Dave's in a possible triangle choke.
Let me get that left hip
That
out,
leg,
though.
yeah.
He needs to pop
the
his
leg
hips into
stuck.
him. There you go. Up, nope.
This
I
is
think
where
Dave-
we
Yeah,
were.
he's got it. He's got to work to.
Oh, this is.
I hate to see Dave lose like this.
Yeah, that would be a rough loss, especially after a fairly dominating first 2 rounds.
Eddie's got it, but he ain't.
He's got to get off to that angle.
Yeah.
I can tell you, Dave's a tough guy to submit.
Yeah,
He's stubborn.
he'll
He's
probably
fine now.
go.
He's fine now.
He'll probably go to sleep over.
Eddie
over
turned that
tapping.
hip out. Dave's fine. Now they can breathe. That is not the way to go. Eddie's
Yeah, he's got to go to the opposite direction.
Yeah.
See?
He should have probably transitioned to an armbar when he had the
Look at
opportunity,
Dave.
but yeah,
What a warrior.
he's relentless. That's just
Wow.
how it is.
Like I told you guys,
Nice pass,
if
too,
he's
right
not
off of that.
mentioned in the top 10 at 145, you guys are on something because he
Yeah,
is.
you're mentioning the wrong people. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Because let me tell you, there's a scar above Roy Ramos' eye that would be the rest of his life that Dave Barton gave to him.
Yep.
And that would be their. Remember that Genesis fight?
Yep.
That was a bloody war. And then Roy ended up catching him.
Yep.
But you get caught by Roy Ramos, that's not a big because Roy catches everybody.
Yeah. Did you see him and Holloway?
Ooh, Roy and Holloway?
Yeah, it went
Roy-
to a decision. That was an amazing fight.
Roy fought Holloway?
Yeah.
Man.
Up north.
Roy Ramos?
Yep.
Who won?
Roy. Decision.
Oh,
Split decision. 5
shit.
round.
Mexican Roy.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy from Monroe. I didn't even fight him.
Edwards is doing a great
I'm the best
job
man in his buddy.
working
We know
back
that.
to the top.
He takes these fights I already know about.
Hard is just relentless.
Well, yeah, Eddie has to separate. He has to
He's
realize.
working. He's trying. I mean, this
Yeah, there's no
Hard has
space.
got a little bit too much.
That's jiu-jitsu. Giving space, taking space, right?
The thing about Dave.
Space is the key.
Think
It's
about
the
Dave.
enemy and the best friend.
Harley, you would love Dave.
Oh,
Dave,
it's a lot. I see him like me.
he asks
Just in
so
your
many
face,
questions.
smothering you.
He asks questions like when you catch him in something, how'd you do this? How would I stop? How would I stop you from doing this to me? And then we show him. And he just soaks it in.
My answer would be stop rolling with me.
And, you know, I've been training with Dave for the better part of about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
And I'll always tell him. Like,
Dude, this is an awesome fight. Even though it's fairly one-sided, this is an awesome
I'm gonna stand
fight.
up for this fight.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stand up.
They deserve it.
Excellent performance by Dave.
Quick hands. Let's make some noise one more time for both these big bang rings in here. Going the distance. We had a war. Judge 1 scores the bout 29-28. Judge 2 scoring the bout 30-27. And Judge 3 with an agreed score of 30-27 for a unanimous decision. For your winner, Dave Barton!
Pick your head up, dude.
Mark your calendars, fight fans. Warrior Extreme returns to the Southgate Civic Center for WXC 51 Friday, July 25th. Advance tickets now available by going to ticketriver.com and search for WXC 51. Come out and watch Thomas Fidoli as he faces Daryl the Hitman Humphrey for the WXC Flyweight Championship. Advanced tickets now available by going to ticketriver.com and search for WXC 51. See you cage side. Warrior Xtreme would like to thank all of our sponsors for making WXC 50 a success. Larry Flint's Hustler Club of Detroit, home of the official WXC After Party, located at I-75 and Outer Drive. Hydro City Garden Supply. For all your indoor gardening needs, go to hydrocityusa.com. De Silva's Pawn Shop, located at 16096 Eureka Road in Southgate, Michigan. And GNC of Downriver. Stop in for great discounts on nutritional supplements and more in Brownstown, Southgate, Allen Park, and Lincoln Park. GNC. Live well.